I can't see a thing because.
Well then,
Hey, John, any chance you can go to your left just a little bit? Pretty please.
He always goes going to his left.
Pretty much 2 years the reason not having you, not winning this series. Do you believe this?
I totally do. I mean, he's playing well. He's playing great. It's just something that happened. I mean, guy hasn't played with everything he does, and just a devastating time for it to happen after game one in the playoffs, and we had just won a big game on the road. I think it kind of took a little bit of momentum away from us guys. But one thing they did do is keep competing and fighting and giving themselves a chance each game. And that's one reason why I wanted to come back. I still thought we had a great opportunity to win the series.
What's your process for the hand now, and what are you going to do? Randy talked about maybe you're going to see a specialist.
Yeah, I'm going to Cleveland to see a specialist, but I'm still just doing the normal treatment routine I was doing, like I was playing. So it just consists of a lot of treatment and trying to keep the swelling down and letting the bones heal on its own.
Are you going to shut it down for a little bit, and what do you think kind of get back to off the field and all that?
I don't know, just take time off right now, just go see the doctor I need to see about my hand, about tendonitis I had, stuff like that, just to see what I can do to get it back to feeling 100%. And however much time it takes to let those things heal, that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll get back to it.
How painful was it the last 2 games playing with that hand?
It was tough. It was very sore. The times when you get hit, it aggravates, but I knew if I played, it was going to happen. I wasn't complaining about guys hitting it. I knew it was going to happen. And then when I stepped between those lines, I just wanted to compete and give my team a chance to win.
John, we've asked everybody else if they could point to one reason why you guys didn't win that series. A couple of people said your injury. You missed 3 games, 2 of them they lost. Do you look at your being out as a reason you couldn't make it beyond?
I think that's a big key. I mean, you take away Al Horford or Jeff Teague from their team and for 3 games, I mean, I think the series would totally be different there. I'm a big key to this team. This team is still do great things without me. Those guys competing and get themselves a chance to win, but I feel like if I was there, we would have had a better opportunity of winning the series and probably could have won up 2-0 on the road like a Toronto series and came home with some momentum. We're trying to close these guys out, but like I said, everything happens for a reason. I like the way our guys fought and had a lot of effort to keep competing. That's the reason why I wanted to come back and try to win the series.
What's the last 48 hours been like for you? Randy said he's been in the fog. What about you?
Oh, it's been tough. I mean, just sitting back, it's the same thing I had last year. We couldn't beat this team, but last year we wasn't experienced enough, and those guys were just better at the time. We didn't know how to close out games. This time we knew how to close out games, but I had to come back from an injury, and I guess those guys got some momentum on the other end, and we lost.
Do you feel like the effort, you said effort, the way you guys played in the postseason, do you think the effort was kind of lacking during that lull that you guys had when you weren't playing good basketball, which is why you didn't have as high a seed as probably you wanted to?
I think so, and I think it's just a time where, we got complacent. We was up, we was playing well, a lot of games over 500, and then going into the All-Star break, we didn't play well, and then coming out the All-Star break, we didn't play well. And Coach had already preached all season, those are the type of games you got to take away. Games that teams are giving away to try to build up and get a higher seed. And we didn't do a good job of that, and you kind of can see how much home court means in the playoff.
2 straight appearances in the conference semifinals. What's it going to take for this team this year to get to that next level?
No injuries. If we didn't have no injuries, we would have been past this round. That's how I feel in the situation. We learned, we improved, we still gave ourselves a chance to get to the next round. Atlanta just made bigger plays than us at the end.
When are you going to Cleveland? When are you going to Cleveland and get your hand looked at?
I don't know. We got to sit down and talk, and probably sometime this week or next week I'll go.
Will it be weird to be there during the Eastern Conference Finals? And
if I do, I'm not going to it anyway. Go get my stuff and get out. I don't care about watching them games.
Bradley Beal said he's a sore loser. How do you feel about it?
No, I'm the same way. I play this game because I love it, not just for the money and for the fame. I enjoy it. This is what I love to do. This is what I like to do every day I wake up. So to lose and know that you have an opportunity to win, you could have won. It's tough. It's something you have to live with and prepare for next season.
John, all great players in this league, they oftentimes have to not only play, but they also have to be very vocal. Is this the type of summer where you go to management and tell them, maybe not the player, but the type of player that you guys need for you and Brad and the rest of these guys to take it to the next level?
Yeah, you sit down and talk to those guys when we have exit meetings. They've been doing a great job of adding pieces to the team that has been helping us and having us opportunity to improve and try to get to the playoffs. So yeah, we sit down and talk, and I give my opinion. They're going to throw their pitch, and we go our ways.
John, the way you guys play, going small, is that the optimum way you think for this team to play?
It depends. That's what the league is turning into, man. A lot of stretch forwards, and they got one highlight guy that goes and get it at the rim, and other guys are stretch forwards. And I mean, that's what we see when we play like that. Was a pretty good team, spacing the court, attacking, and that's how a lot of teams are playing. So yeah, that's something you have to look into for the near future.
What did you think of big shots and his leadership role on this team? I think as well. He's decided whether to come back this year. Do you say anything to him? Would you like to see him back?
Oh yeah, who wouldn't want to have a Hall of Fame guy back on this team? He meant so much to us. So just his leadership, his work ethic, him just being a mentor, talking to us and giving us that word of encouragement and that extra grit and fight. But like I said, he has to do his best for him and his family. And that's taking time off and deciding if he want to come back and play. And like he said, it gets tougher and tougher each year. Rolling out of bed and being 37 years old is tough on him. And everything he gave us this season was another big key of why I wanted to come back and try to win and get to the next round.
What do you want to add to your game improve on?
Still my shooting, keep improving on my shooting, adding a post-up game. Something that I really have to work on this summer and keep adding on to my floater and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff I can learn from. So just watching a lot of film and getting better.
What did you think if Paul does retire, John, do you feel like you have enough pieces in this locker room to fill the void that you will leave behind? And just from a leadership standpoint, even taking the big shots?
Yeah. I haven't made a lot of big shots, but I feel confident in taking them. He gives me that confidence, and when you're out there, you miss it, you're going to make them. I mean, he missed a couple of them, but he made a lot of them. And even the last one that didn't count was a pretty big one. I think he's built a lot of confidence into Otto. Otto's came out and played well. And you can see when he was in the starting role, he played big minutes, and he played with the starters a lot, he did well. So, yeah, I think guys are ready to step up and take the next step.
I know you guys talk about, you knew that Otto had this potential, but to actually see it happen in the playoffs, do you feel different about the future than you just did a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago?
Well, I felt comfortable when he played with us. I mean, he was in the starting lineup, he played well. I mean, I think when he was with us guys and with me, he played more aggressive and he wanted the ball and do those things. Kind of was the second unit and shied away from him. He didn't have nobody getting shots for him. So, yeah, it was great to see him do that in the postseason. And all he can do is just try to work even harder this summer to get better and add more stuff to his game. But I think his confidence will be there for next year.
What did you think of what you saw from Brad when you were out for those 3 games? And did you see maybe parts of his game that he was able to expand a little bit?
Well, it was great. I mean, he was out there and he had to be the main guy. So he was able to make plays for other guys and show his creating ability off the dribble. He was finishing at the basket. He was knocking down shots. But I think he also understood to take a lot more pressure when you just out there by yourself. But he did a great job of averaging a lot of points and getting guys shots and giving our team a chance to win games.
It seems like every offseason since you've been in the league, there's been questions, and you've even commented on feeling overlooked, whether it's a list, not making the team USA, what have you. Do you think we're past that after you go to another All-Star game, what you did in the playoffs, or do you suspect you believe it's going to be the same way?
It's always the same with me, so I just wait and see the list. That's all I can say. I wait and see the list.
Do you have any fun?
What you doing, man?
Do you have any fun off-season plans? Anything
Sleep.
that doesn't
Sleep, watch movies, and go bowl. Chill with my family. That's what I do.
Hey, John, is surgery a possibility for the hand, or is it out of?
No, I ain't got to have no surgery.
Okay.
John, last year, the Eastern Conference Finals was your goal coming into the season. I mean, to come short, what do you think it's going to be next year?
I just pray that I don't have an injury. Then I feel like we would have been there. So, and like I said, God hasn't played with everything, but I feel like we was on the verge. We was playing the right way. We was one of the hottest teams. We was undefeated so far in the playoffs. I'm not saying we would have finished this series undefeated, but I feel like we had these guys on the rope, even just being up 1-0, and we had the momentum. Things happen, and we still had an opportunity to win Game 5 and come here and try to close it out. So it's devastating, but you just gotta look at the positive we had out of this season, take it to next season.
I'm saying in terms of like, what are your goals for next season, and what do you think it'll take for you to get there?
The same goals, but like I said, if we didn't have this injury, we would have been there. That's how I feel, in my opinion. So my same goal is to get to the East Conference Finals next year, and after that, you gotta win 4 games. You never know what can happen next.
There was a lot of talk during the season, especially early on, about KD in 2016 and all that died down as the season progressed. Likely it's going to pick up even more next season. When you were dealing with those questions, what were you thinking of what do you think it's going to be like next year?
All I think about is just focusing on Washington Wizards. My teammates I have ahead of me right now that's on the court in their locker room. I mean, if that happened, so be it. It'd be great. But if not, you got to focus on the guy that you're playing with and enjoy playing with those guys. You know, he'll make his own decision. He'll do his best for him and his family. And that's all he can do.
Moving forward from this year, the highs, the lows, the run of the playoffs, what's the biggest lesson you're going to take forward?
The biggest lesson? Everything Paul taught me, becoming a better leader, adding more work ethic, just his competitive job and nature out there, and just becoming a leader I did this year.
Thanks, guys. You feel like you've made this place a destination for you just want to be, not just for 2016, but even this upcoming offseason?
Definitely. I mean, we have Paul Pierce, first ballot Hall of Famer and NBA champion. They want to come here and play. His last season or last 2 seasons with me and Bradley Beal and our organization, that means a lot. So we have to wait and see.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.